Hi, first grade. This is Mrs. Maldonado. I am going to be going over some guided reading lessons with you and some math lessons, and also on working on some sight words. And this is being provided to you, boys and girls, by our Guadalupe After School program. So, our book for today for guided reading is titled One of a Kind by Liza Charlesworth, and it's illustrated by Amy Wummer. I'm Henry Justin Bartleby, also known as me. I'm extraordinary. I'm one of a kind. I'm a superhero. Well, in my own mind. And we have a keyword right here. If you see on page 3, there is a yellow box and it says extraordinary, boys and girls. So that's a vocabulary word that we're going to be learning about today. And the definition for that means extra special. So when something is extraordinary, that means it is extra special. I can run really fast. I can jump really high. I can write my whole name and eat a whole pie. I can hang upside down while I play the kazoo. This makes me feel happy and very proud too. We have another vocabulary word, proud. So proud means feeling good about what you have done. So when we are proud about something is that we have accomplished our goal. I have lots of emotions. I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm scared, and I'm silly, and sometimes I'm mad. I'm curious too. I need to know more about all those giant dinosaurs. So we have our vocabulary word curious. Well, what is curious? Well, it means to want to find out more about something. So what do you think he is curious about? He is reading a book about dinosaurs. You are right. He wants to know more about dinosaurs. And also, boys and girls, I don't know if you've noticed, but at the end of our sentences, there are words that rhyme. For example, sad and mad, they both say add. I'm quite independent. I tie my own shoe. I take my own shower. I even shampoo. I walk my dog. His name is Mikey. When he licks my face, it feels really sticky. I'm sorry. I walk my dog. His name is Mickey. When he licks my face, it feels really sticky. So Mickey and sticky, they both say icky at the end. Shoe and poo, they both say ooh. And we have a vocabulary word, boys and girls, independent. What is independent? Well, it means to be able to do things all by yourself. That means without any help. I like to imagine pretending is great. Look, I'm a frog. Now I'm a snake. So we have another vocabulary word here, imagine. Imagine means to pretend, boys and girls. So he is imagining or he is pretending to be a frog on the top illustrations. And then he is imagining or he is pretending to be a snake. Look at his tongue. He even took out his tongue just like the snake. Another thing, boys and girls, that I wanted to point out to you that our vocabulary words are going to be in bold. And that means that it's darker print so they can stand out and you can see where the vocabulary words are in the text. Okay, I like to read, I like to learn. I try to be patient and wait for my turn. So we have another vocabulary word for this page that is patient. And patient, boys and girls, it can mean two things. When we go to the doctor, we are a patient. But this kind of patient means that we are able to wait without getting upset. You see that there's a class here. They're doing a whole group instruction and they're raising their hands, but not everybody gets chosen at the same time. So the children have to be patient. They have to wait their turn without getting upset. I love to draw with a marking pen. When I make a mistake, I just try again. Pen again. They both say N. I don't need to be perfect. I just need to be me. The very best person this Henry can be. Okay, so me and B, they both say E. And we have our vocabulary word is perfect. And perfect means without any mistakes, boys and girls. So he wants to be as perfect as he can be. Now we have our vocabulary meaning match. So we have our definitions on the left side. And on our right side, we have a treasure chest with all of our vocabulary words. Okay, so we are going to match our definitions with our vocabulary words. So the first vocabulary word that we have here is strong feelings. So if we look in our treasure chest over here, what vocabulary word means strong feelings? You are correct. It's emotions. Emotions is strong feelings. So I am going to put a number 1 there for emotions because that means strong feelings. Okay, help me read number 2. Without any mistakes. So remember, Henry wanted to be as blank as he could be. Okay, that means you are correct. As perfect as he can be, without any mistakes. Okay, let's help me read number 3. To want to find out more about something. If we want to find out more, boys and girls, what are we? We want to find out more. Are we curious? Are we independent? Imagine, extraordinary, proud, or patient? Very good. We are curious. Okay, we want to find out more about something. Remember, he wanted to find out more about dinosaurs. He was reading a dinosaur book. He is curious about dinosaurs. All right, let's read number 4. Feeling good about what you have done. So remember, he was proud. Whoops, I just gave you the answer. He was feeling good about what you have done. So that means that in the story, he was able to take a shower by himself. He was able to tie his shoe by himself. And he was proud, boys and girls. So that is number 4. He was proud to do things all by himself. Sometimes when we meet our goals, we are also proud. And our teachers and our parents are also proud of us, boys and girls, when we accomplish something. Okay, so let's read number 5. Help me. Whoops. Okay, let me go back. Okay, let me go back to number. There we go. Okay, so go back to number 5. And able to do things all by yourself. When we're able to do things all by ourselves, boys and girls, that means that we are what? That we do not need any help from anybody. What does that mean? That we are, it's a long word. Is it independent, imagine, extraordinary, or patient? You got it, boys and girls. That is correct. We are independent when we are able to do something by ourselves. Independent. Okay, our next one is extra special. When something is extra special, that means it is what? And it has the word extra in the word, boys and girls. That's just a clue. Yes, you found it. Extraordinary. Okay, it has the word extra in there. All right, so let's go to number 7. Able to wait without getting upset. So remember I told you that that word could be when we go to the doctor, we are one of those, and also when we are waiting without getting upset. Remember there was an example in the story about the students that were raising their hands and the teacher only picks one student. So that means that the rest of the students have to be what? Correct. They have to be patient. And when we go to the doctor, we are also a patient. All right, so let's read number 8. To pretend. Remember the boy was, or Henry was pretending to be a frog and to be a snake in the story. So what's another word for pretend, boys and girls? You are right. That is imagine. He was imagining that he was a snake and that he was a frog. All right, we finished our vocabulary meeting match. So now we're going to go to our next activity. So now we already know what our words mean. So now we are going to use those words in a sentence to complete a sentence, that is. Okay, our first sentence is Laura was so blank to find out who her first grade teacher would be. She was so what, boys and girls? What is that word when we want to learn more about something? Remember that Henry wanted to learn more about dinosaurs? He was what? Very good. He was curious. So we're going to write the word curious in this line here. So Laura was so curious to find out who her first grade teacher would be. And boys and girls, if you have a piece of paper and a pencil, go ahead and write the numbers 1 through 8. And you don't have to write the sentence, but you can write in the vocabulary word. Okay, so you can work along with me. Okay, so number 2. My grandpa is super special. He is an blank man. Remember when something is extra special? What was that word, boys and girls? You are correct. Extraordinary. Extra. It has the word in it. Extraordinary. Okay. Number 3. James loves to blank that he is a cowboy in the Wild West. So what's another word for pretend? Remember Henry was pretending to be a snake and a frog? You got it. It is imagine. Okay, I-M-A-G-E. So James loves to whoops, I didn't spell that right. I-N-E. Imagine that he is a cowboy in the Wild West. Okay, let's go to number 4. Jenna felt excited, happy, and worried. She had many what? What is the word about feelings, about how we feel? Very good. It's emotions. Okay, she had many emotions. Emotions are feelings. Okay, number 5. Doug stood in the long line without complaining. He was very what? When we have to wait our turn, boys and girls, without getting upset. Very good. He was very patient. Okay, make sure I spell this word correctly because I do make mistakes sometimes, boys and girls. All right, so number 6. Keisha felt so blank when she scored the winning soccer goal. So when we accomplish something, we feel what, boys and girls? Is it proud, independent, or perfect? Good job. She felt so proud, just like when Henry was able to tie his own shoes in the story, he was very proud of himself. All right, so number 7. Megan does her homework without any help. She is very what? So when somebody does not need any help and they can do it all by themselves, they are what? Excellent. Independent. Okay, so I am going to write that very long word in this line. Okay, write it in the blank. Independent. Okay, number 8. Henry Justin Bartleby wrote his name without any mistakes. It was what? When we do not make any mistakes, boys and girls, what is it? That means that it is very good. Perfect. That's what we always want to be, right? But sometimes it could be a little bit hard. Just like I make mistakes, boys and girls. Everybody makes mistakes, but we want to be the best we can be, right? All right, so let's go to our next one. So we are done with filling the sentence activity. You did a great job and worked so hard, boys and girls. Kiss your brain. Oh, you did such a phenomenal job. Okay, so now we have vocabulary questions. And you can come back to these later. Okay, but I am going to read them to you. They have words that were from our story, vocabulary words. So that's why we're referring to them as vocabulary questions. So for number 1, what animal are you curious to learn more about? So remember curious, remember Henry wanted to learn about dinosaurs? So curious, what animal would you like to learn more about? What animal are you curious about? Number 2, can you remember a time you had to be patient? Tell about it. So remember, patient means to wait without getting upset. When was a time that you had to wait without getting upset? Tell me about it or write about it, okay? Number 3, think about all the things you can do. Which one makes you the most proud? So something that you have accomplished, something that you can do on your own, okay, that makes you the most proud. And boys and girls, I wanted to remind you that when you are writing your sentences, remember to start with an uppercase letter, okay? So remember an uppercase letter, that means it's a tall letter, boys and girls. We start all of our sentences with an uppercase letter. Also, boys and girls, at the end of the sentence, we are answering a question. It's a statement, so we need to put a period. A period at the end of the sentence. Don't forget it. All right, so let's go to our next activity, boys and girls. So like I said, you can come to these questions, write your sentences. Okay, so now we are going to have some more fun. We have a game to play. It's called the Sight Word Scrabble. Okay, so you will have 3 letters to put together to make a sight word. Okay, so let's see if you can figure it out before I give you the answer. So you're going to have to use your little eyes to spy the sight words, okay? So here are the letters. They're all mixed up together. They are not in order, boys and girls, but I guarantee you they make up a sight word. Okay, so we have 2 rows of sight words, or words that are all mixed up together that make up a sight word that have only 3 letters. Okay, so these red words that you see are our sight words. Okay, those are the sight words that are all mixed up at the top. So we have to find out where those sight words are. Okay, so we have both. We have 2 rows of sight words. So we're going to start with the first one. We have a D, we have an H, and we have an A. So we have to look for a sight word that has a D, H, and an A. Well, I'm going to look at the red words. Does this have a D, H, and an A? Nope. Does this one? Nope. No DH here. No DH here. I do not see a D. I see an A, but no D or H. This one has an A, no DH. Oh, this one has an H. This one has D, and it also has an A. So I think this is the one. So let me spell it right down here. H, yes. A, yes. And D, yes. We found the first sight word, boys and girls. Yay! All right, what is that sight word? Can you read that sight word for me? Excellent. It's the word had. H-A-D spells had. All right, let's see if you can spy, if you can find, so we can unscramble the second set of words, second set of letters to make a sight word. E-H-R. No E here. Oh, there's an E. There's an H, and there's an R. I found it. Here it is. I'm going to circle it. We have H, E, and the R. What word is that, boys and girls? You are correct. It's the word her. All right. We're doing good. Getting good at this game. All right. So let's see if we can find the next one. Okay. The next one has an H, M, and an I. HMI. Well, this one has an H. It has does not have an M. Can't be that one. No H here. It has an I, but no H. Here's an M. No H and no I. None of the words letters there. Not here. Not here. Well, here's an H. I see an M and here's an I. Oh, I think we found it. Whoops. We gotta go back. Okay, where are we? Here. Okay, here we go, boys and girls. My computer's kicking me out. Okay, we got that far. Okay, we had found this word. Okay, so I am going to write that word, H-I-M. Okay, so H-I-M. What word is that, boys and girls? You got it. It's the word him. Him. All right, so let's go to the next one. Okay, and the next one has a I-H-S. I-H-S. Okay, so I see an I see an H, and I see an S here. So I believe it's this one. I am going to spell it H, I, and S. What word is that? Can't hear you. You are correct. It's the word his. All right, let's go to the next one. O-Y-B. No O's here, Y's or B's. Not here. Nope. This one has an O, but does not have a Y. This one has a Y. No B's. Not here. Oh, here it is. Circle that one. Then I have a B. I have a O and a Y. What word is that, boys and girls? Yes, it's the word boy. Okay, let's go to our next word that we need to put together on Scrabble. Put the letters in the right order. T-U-C. Okay, this has a T, does not have a E, a C, or a U. Not here. Not here. This one has a T, no O or U. Not, oh, we found it. I think you're finding these before I find them, boys and girls. You're doing a great job. C-U-T. C-U-T. There we go. What word is that? Oh, I can't hear you. There you go. It's the word cut. Cut. All right. Let's go to the next one. R-A-F. No R's. No R's. No R's. Oh, here's an R. Here's an A. And here's an F. Okay, so I'm going to spell that word. The first one is a F, A, and a R. What word is that, boys and girls? You got it. That is our sight word. That is far. Far. Okay, next word. O-H-T. Oh, there's a T, but no O or H. Not here. Not here. O-H-T. Oh, I think I found it. It is right here. H-O-T. What word is that, boys and girls? You are correct. It's the word hot. Hot. Okay, next word that we have is, or next set of letters that we need to unscrabble. So it is N-M-A. No N, there's an N, there's no M's, there's no A's, not here. Well, this one has an N, this one has an M, and it has an A, so it must be this one. M, yes. A, yes. N, yes. What word is that, boys and girls? You got it. It's the word man. Man. Okay, our next set of letters here is X, S, and I. X, S, I. Okay, we don't see any S's here. Oh, we see one here. We see an X, we see an S, and we see an I. So I'm going to circle that one. S, yes. I, yes. And then we have an X. What word is that, boys and girls? You are correct. That is a number word. That is the word 6. It's the number 6. So the next one is E, T, and N. E, T, N. Okay, so we have an E, we have a T, and we have an N. All right, so I'm going to write the word down here. T, E, and N. Excellent. T, E, and N. That's another number word, boys and girls. That is the number 10. Okay, next word. So we're going to circle that one. Our last word has to be this one. We have an H. We have a W and a Y. H-W-Y. I'm going to circle it. So we spell it W-H-Y. W-H-Y. So what word is that, boys and girls? That's a question word. That is the word why. Okay, so help me read the sight words again. His, her, 10, 6, man, far, had, hot, why, him, cut, boy. Good job. Kiss your brain. Worked so hard with those sight words, boys and girls. Okay, now it's math time with Mrs. Maldonado. So I want you to grab a piece of paper and a pencil or something to write with so you can also work along with our to solve our math problems, okay? We're going to work on our math problems together. Then at the end, boys and girls, you're going to have your own turn to work on those independently. Okay, so what is this number? So we have to figure out how many blocks there is to figure out what number it is. Okay, so first I'm going to count these yellow blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I know that when there is a set of blocks like that, it's going to be a set or a group of what? 10. You are right. So I know that I have 10, and then I am going to count the rest of my blocks. Plus, okay, 1, 2, and 3. So 10 plus 3 equals what? Okay, well, I am going to draw a number line, boys and girls. So draw a straight line, and we can draw a number line together. Okay, I'm going to start with the greater number. Which number is greater? Is it 10 or is it 3? You are correct. 10 is the greater number. So I'm going to start with 10. Okay, and I'm adding, so that means that I am going to be moving forward. Okay, I am going to jump forward how many steps? How many spaces? You are correct. 3. 1, 2, and 3. So this is going to be my answer. Okay, so I'm going to put a closed circle there. So now I'm going to count on what comes after 10? 11, 12, 13. So what is our answer? You are right. It is 13. Now, I want to double check my work. Remember, boys and girls, in math, we should always, always, always double check our work. And it's okay if we have to revise our knowledge, boys and girls. When we revise our knowledge, that means that we need to change our answers. Sometimes we need to do that, and that's okay. That's how we learn, okay? So, we are going to put our greater number in our head. Remember, we said 10 was the greater number. So we're going to put 10 in our head, and then we're going to put 3 in our hand. So what comes after 10? 11, 12, 13. So we already double checked our work. We know 13 is the answer or the number. Okay, what is the number? All right, boys and girls, so we know that this is 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And also, boys and girls, I wanted to remind you that this is the same as if it was a tens frame. The only thing is that this one is standing upright and the tens frame is horizontal. Okay, so let's draw a tens frame together. Okay, first we need to, what shape is that? You are right, it's a rectangle. So draw a rectangle, and then I want you to draw a straight line in the middle, just like that, halfway. I know in math right now we're learning about fractions, so make a straight line, make it half. So the top and the bottom are equal, the same amount of space. Okay, so now let's look at this tens frame up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I always tell my boys and girls to draw 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so it's the same thing, boys and girls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's a tens frame. I know in school we learn about tens frames, so it's the same thing. After 10, and then we could just count on. Okay, so we have 10. We have 10 here, and then we have what? 1 more. Okay, so we have 10, and then 1 more. What comes after 10? 10, 11. Okay, and if we wanted to draw a number line, all I would do is draw a 10, write a 10, and then 1 jump, and that's going to be my answer. And what comes after 10? 11. There we go. Did a great job with that, boys and girls. All right, so remember, this is, what do we call this? You are correct. We call that a tens frame. But boys and girls, why do we call it a tens frame? We call it a tens frame because it has 10 boxes inside of it, okay? I will help you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we are counting by tens. Okay, so we only have 10. We're not adding anymore, so we could do 10 plus 0 equals what? 10. It's only the tens. One group of 10 or one set of 10. What is this number? Okay, we already talked about this group. It's a group of 10. Okay, so we are going to write our equation. 10 plus, because we're adding more. We are combining, okay? So 1 and 2. So 10 plus what, boys and girls? Yes, 10 plus 2 equals what? So we have our number line. We're starting with 10 and we are jumping or moving forward. How many spaces? Yes, we are moving forward 2 spaces, 1 and 2. And that's where we're stopping. That's going to be our answer. What comes after 10? 11 and 12. So our answer is 10 plus 2 equals 12. Now, if we wanted to double check our work, boys and girls, like we should always do in math, let's try put 10 in our head because remember 10 is the greater number. 10, 11, and 12. So we have 12. Our answer or our number is 12. Okay, again, we have our group or set of 10 because we're counting by tens. Okay, 10, and then we're going to count our ones. Okay, let's count and see how many ones we have. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 10 plus 4 equals what? All right, so we are going to start our number line with the greater number, the biggest number. Okay, and then we are going to move forward. How many jumps? You are correct, 4 jumps. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's where we're going to stop, and that's where our answer is going to be. So what comes after 10, boys and girls? Help me count. 11, 12, 13, and 14. So our answer is 14. So the number is 14. Okay? Doing a great job and practicing your number lines too, boys and girls. That's great. Okay, so remember this is a group of what? What was that again? A group of what? Yes, a group of 10. Okay, so we have 10 and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so we can do 10 plus 7 equals what? 10 plus 7 equals what? I'm going to start my number line here. 10, and I'm going to move how many steps or jump how many spaces? Yes, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And this is where I am going to stop, and that's going to be my answer. So what comes after 10? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. So what's our answer? Yes, 17. But boys and girls, I wanted to point something else out to you. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. So we have 5 there, and there's also 5 here. So we could also, if we didn't know how to count by tens, we could also count by fives. If we know how to count by fives, it's 5, 10, 15. We could do 15 plus, and then we would only have these 2 to add. 1, 2. 15 plus 2, and we could do a number line for that as well. 15, and we can do 2 jumps. 1, 2, and this would be our answer. So what comes after 15? Yes, 16 and 17. You see how we get the same answer? We can either count by tens or we could also count by fives. Okay, depending on what your problem is. In this case, we have 3 sets of fives, so that would have probably been easier if you wanted to do it that way. Good job, boys and girls. Okay, so we can do this. We can count by fives here. Okay, so we have 10. Okay, remember that's a group of 10, and then we have 5, but we still have some left over. Okay, so we'll just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can add 10 plus 9. We have one set of 10s, and then we have 9 ones equals what? Okay, so we have our number line. We're going to start with 10 because 10 is the greater number. Okay, and we're going to move forward because we are adding. How many jumps are we moving forward? Yes, we are moving forward 9 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and that's where we stop. Okay, so what comes after 10? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So what's our number, boys and girls? Yes, it is 19. Okay, let's, also we want to double check our work. We have 10 in our head, and then we have 9 in our hands. What comes after 10? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So it's the same number. We get the same number, 19. Okay, again, we have our set or group of 10. So we are going to add 10 plus what? Let's count our ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We have 1 10 and we have 8 ones equals what? So let's start our number line. Remember, 10 is greater than 8. So we're going to start with 10. Okay, and how many jumps are we going to move? Yes, we're going to move 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is our answer. That's where we will be stopping. Okay, so what comes after 10? Help me count. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So what is the number? It is 18. Okay, remember 10 in our head, and then we have 8 in our hands. What comes after 10? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So our answer is 18. All right, what is this number? Again, we have another group of 10s. So we have 10 plus what? Oh, look, boys and girls, we have 5 here, 5 here, and 5 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 10 plus 5. Okay, we start with 10 because we know 10 is the greater number. And we're going to move on or move forward 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we stop right here. What comes after 10? 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So our answer is 15. Now let's see if we count by 5s. 5, 10, 15. So if we count by 5s 3 times, boys and girls, we got 15 as well. So now let's count. Let's put 10 in our head and 5 in our hand. What comes after 10? 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, what is this number? Again, we have 10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 10 plus 6 equals what? Okay, our number line, we have 10. And then we're going to move how many steps? Correct, 6 steps. We're going to jump 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're moving 6 steps forward because we are adding. What comes after 10? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So what is the number? Yes, it is 16. So 10 and then 6 in her hand. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Okay, now it's your turn, boys and girls, to log on to MobyMax. Okay, the first thing that you're gonna have to do is you're gonna go to www.mobymax.com and click on the orange sign in tab. You see it's right here where this big blue arrow is. You're gonna click on that. Okay, for step number 2, you will come to this screen. Make sure you are on as a student, boys and girls, on the top right tab. So right here, you see it says as a student, because if you're as a teacher, as a parent, or as something else, it's not gonna work for you. So make sure you are logging in as a student. Next thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna enter Guadalupe Center in the school name box and click it. So you're going to type in Guadalupe Center, okay? So if you have a little bit of trouble, you can refer to this email, or you can write it down in your piece of paper right now, and then you'll have it so when you go into MobyMax, you know how to spell it. Okay, so after that, once you've already wrote your, typed in Guadalupe Center and you click enter, you're going to see that Guadalupe Center is going to pop up. Okay, and you're gonna click on that. Okay, click on Guadalupe Center that comes up at the bottom. It's gonna say City of Immokalee, and then right next to it under school, Guadalupe Center. Click on it. Okay, so step 3, you have to make sure again that because you're going to a different screen, you have to make sure that you are in as a student. Okay, and it's right here as a student. Go under the student tab and then enter your student number for the username and also for the password. So remember, lunch number for the username, lunch number for the password. They both will be the same. You should also see Guadalupe Center for your school at the top. If you do not see Guadalupe Center, then something's wrong, boys and girls. You need to make sure you have Guadalupe Center at the top. Then you're going to click on the sign-in box at the bottom, and then you're going to be logged into your courses where you can go and work on MobyMax. You will see student name. You're going to see the student name right here at the top. You don't see a student name right now because it's just to show you where you need to go, but it's going to be right here at the top where you see the cursor moving. Okay, you're going to select the green math icon, and you're going to start your math lessons here. Everyone's lesson is going to be different, okay? Just because I reviewed something on tens and ones doesn't mean that you're going to be working on tens and ones, but you will either have already worked on it or will be working on it because everybody is doing their work at their level, okay? So it just depends. Everybody's is different. So I'm going to be working on different math lessons. But for this one, when you log on to your MobyMax, that's where you are in. Okay, that's your lesson. All right, boys and girls, I hope you had fun, and I will see you soon in our next video. I want you to have fun and keep learning, keep reading, boys and girls.